you ever wonder if your life has a greater purpose? What if I told you that your path, your destiny, is already written, not just by chance, but by the hand of God Himself? For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord in Jeremiah 29:11. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. The road may not always be clear, and the journey may feel overwhelming, but those plans the once set in place before you even took your first breath are waiting for you to step into them. The power to achieve them lies within you, fueled by faith, determination, and the grace of God. Life can be daunting. We all face moments where we feel small in the grand scheme of things. Dreams seem distant, and the pressures of daily life weigh us down. It's easy to feel lost or to doubt if our lives have real significance. But God's word reminds us in Proverbs 16:9, "In their hearts, humans plan their course, but the Lord establishes their steps," which you may not always see the entire path, but with every step you take in faith, know that God is guiding your way. The journey towards fulfilling your destiny is rarely easy. There are moments of doubt where the question arises, am I really good enough? Can I really achieve this? Then, there are external challenges, people who doubt you, circumstances that seem to stand in your way, and seasons where nothing seems to go right. But take heart, for even Jesus Himself warned us in John 16:33, "In this world you will have trouble. But take heart, I have overcome the world." If He who overcame the world is with you, how can you not overcome the obstacles before you? Consider the story of Joseph. Here was a man who had dreams, literal dreams of greatness given to him by God. But before he could see them fulfilled, he was betrayed by his own brothers, sold into slavery, and thrown into prison for a crime he didn't commit. For years, his life seemed to spiral downward, further and further from the destiny he had envisioned. Yet Joseph held on to his faith. Genesis 50:20 captures the heart of his story when he said to his brothers, "You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives." Joseph's trials were not the end, they were the very tools God used to shape him for His purpose. And then there's the story of Moses. He wasn't born into greatness, he was born into a life of struggle, hidden in a basket on the Nile River to escape death. As he grew, Moses became aware of his calling, but he too faced obstacles. He struggled with his identity, made mistakes, and fled into the wilderness. Yet God called him back to lead His people out of Egypt. When Moses doubted himself, feeling unqualified for the task, God simply said, "I will be with you," Exodus 3:12. And because of Moses' obedience, an entire nation was freed. His story teaches us that it is not about who we are, but about who God is and what He can do through us when we step out in faith. There will be times when the challenges seem too great, but remember the words of Isaiah 40:31. "But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint." When you feel weak, when you feel like giving up, it is in those moments that God strengthens you for the journey ahead. At the heart of this message is the belief that your destiny is not an accident. It is written, not by the hands of man or by the whims of the world, but by the Creator of the universe. Psalm 139:16 says, "Your eyes saw my unformed body. All the days ordained for me were written in your book before one of them came to be." Your story has already been written. It's waiting for you to live it out. But how do we step into that destiny? Through faith, perseverance, and an unwavering belief in God's promises. We'll look at the life of David, a shepherd boy, the youngest of his brothers, seemingly insignificant in the eyes of the world. But God saw something different. When everyone else saw a boy, God saw a king. David faced giants, both literal and metaphorical. Yet armed with nothing but his faith and a sling, he defeated Goliath. His story is a testament to what can happen when we believe that our calling is greater than our circumstances. As David himself wrote in Psalm 23:4, "Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me." It is that kind of faith that propels us forward, even when the road is tough. The message is clear: your life, your purpose, your destiny is written. But it's not just written in the heavens, it's written in your heart, through every step of faith you take. It's written in the small choices you make each day to keep moving forward, to trust in God's timing, to believe in His plan even when you can't see the whole picture. Galatians 6:9 reminds us, "Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up." That promise is for you. If you keep pressing on, if you don't give up, you will see the fruit of your efforts. So what's next? What are you going to do with this belief that your life has a purpose? It's time to rise up and claim the destiny that has been set before you. It's time to trust that God's plans for you are good, even when the road gets hard. And it's time to share your story with others, because your journey, your testimony has the power to inspire and uplift those around you. I encourage you to share your story in the comments below. What dreams are you chasing? What challenges have you faced? How has your faith carried you through? And if you're feeling inspired, don't stop here. There's so much more for you to discover on this journey. Watch the next video, dive deeper into God's Word, and continue to fuel the fire of your faith. Your story is far from over. It is written. Believe in it and live it out with courage. Share this message with someone who needs a reminder that their story matters, that their path is still unfolding, and that their destiny is written by the one who holds the universe in His hands. Let's encourage each other to keep moving forward, because together we are part of something greater.